Well, good morning, boys and girls. It is Monday. What is the date today? The 22nd, I think? I'm still kicking. I'm back. Clean the smudge off of that. Yeah, anyway. I was going to go out in the woods today, but it's like 2 below zero outside, and the boys are having trouble getting some of our stuff started on the other crew, so figured I'd stay here. Me and Marv were trying to get this thing figured out. Went to plow with it yesterday, and just dust mites got in the electrical stuff here. Though, you know, this was all corroded. It's feeding the solenoids to the. That was corroded. I couldn't get a good contact there, so I took it all apart, wire brushed it. You can't really close the lid with all the junk plugged in, but that goes in, powers a little controller, and it comes out and runs the solenoid. It runs all the little plow doojiggies with the little solenoids for the plow controls valves. So anyway, we used to have this on one of the little pickups, but pickup shit the bed, so wouldn't pass inspection anymore, so we threw it on the old Tahoe. Kind of makes a nice plow vehicle, you know. But anyway, I got it working, I hope. Had a bad contact, a bad micro switch in the little this thing in here, whatever you call it, controller, and what the hell do I do with the light? Oh, I got a flashlight. Show you this little Western. It's an old Western plow. Actually worked good though. They get rusty from sitting around. That little controller right there. I had to take it apart. There's a micro switch in it. And I don't know. I was gonna just try and solder another one in. It's actually the same micro switch we use in the joysticks on the equipment. I didn't have one here though. I got one out in the shovel on a job, and I thought, So here, I just sprayed some WD-40 in it, you know, and lo and behold, it must have been dust or dirt in it or something, because it started working. So I just threw it back together for now. So I got the plow working. Now we're working on getting some lights that'll work. Yeah, Uncle Paulie came out to plow the shop out, and it shit the bed on him. So Harvey's putting lights. We got some LED lights for it. Are you having fun with that?
Not really.
Would you like a magnet or something?
No, just like a big hammer.
Oh wait, there's one of them over there. I can get that for you. BFH will fix it.
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
No.
No? You're not having fun?
No.
Say hi to nice folks. Everybody misses
hi,
you.
nice folks. Come on.
That's nice. Would you like a pair of needle nose pliers, perhaps?
Oh, the thing's in there. It's just it won't
start.
No.
So anyway, here's our big dilemma here. Now this thing just got out of the rollover shop, and we fixed it up decent. But so what did we have it back? A day, and the wiring harness was bad on it. Apparently they think it got stretched when it jolted the cab. So they fixed that. That was another, what, 380 or something? And then it started having fuel issues. So we went and got this fuel pump. That was, what was that, 580 bucks for that thing? So we started there because we were having fuel pressure issues. And now we got that replaced, and we're getting what? We're getting fuel in the crankcase, right, Marv?
Yep.
So here's the high pressure pump on this thing. And I'm actually going to call and scream at Cummins, because this has been replaced, what, 3 times?
This will be the third
This will be the third time, and the truck's got 285,000 miles on it. And what happens with these, you found out, he did a bunch of study on it. What'd you...
ceramic pistons in this fuel pump head.
Yeah.
And they just disintegrate.
Yep.
After a while. Then they get into your crankcase and spin your bearings.
Oh, that's good. That's a good design Cummins come up with, especially after taking what, $26 million for the Superfund.
I think this should. It's your high pressure. It should build pressure and hold it,
right?
So that the next day or whenever you start the truck up, it's already under pressure.
Right.
So I think it's the pistons.
That's what's happening, by the way, is it won't hold a prime. It's leaking back, and it's also, he found fuel in the
oil.
There's fuel in the oil, so we're afraid that it's getting by. That's why we're not running the truck till we get this fixed. Because I just put what 20.
So I'm assuming it can get by here. Obviously, if it's getting by the pistons, it's a direct route right into your
crankcase.
So
we're diluting our oil with fuel, and I don't want. I just put what 20,000 bucks into this engine, so I don't want to destroy it again for another one of Cummins' beautiful designs. They really need to get their act together. They took $26 million from the taxpayer to build super trucks. You know, Obama's super truck fund, and apparently they passed off all of their flaws onto the consumer, because this. Marv studied into this. He said there's what did you say, a whole bunch of them. Everybody's talking about this failure, right?
Yes. And Cummins has an upgrade.
Yes.
I'm not sure if this, I think this is a 2-piston pump, and they're going, it's either or. This is either a 2-piston pump, they're going to a 3-piston when they're doing away with the ceramic stuff. Or it's the other way. This is a 3-piston, they're going to a 2-piston. Either way, they're upgrading this pump because Cummins knows they have a problem because it's destroying engines. But anyway, their upgrade for this would be from the front of your motor here all the way back. New lines, the whole kit, and the whole upgrade is just another pump. Is $5,800, $5,856.
Yeah. So $6,000.
So the customer pays for Cummins junk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And quite honestly, I would never own a Cummins.
Yeah. Well, not at this rate. No, it's too bad. It's a shame. They were an upstanding American company until they got in bed with Obama, I guess.
Why you had to have it rebuilt was all the cylinders, whatever it was from the heat generated from their crap that they got on here. It overheats. I forget what.
4 and 5. Yep.
Yep. And the cylinders drop. And that ruins your motor. So now you got to get a complete rebuild. You've already done that.
Yep.
So now we're dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
And this was done about a year ago.
July of 17, we had the pump rebuilt.
It was all rebuilt with the original stuff. So now you can't even get that. They've discontinued it. So now you're forced, unless somebody has the parts on the shelf somewhere.
Yeah, you got to buy the upgrade for $6,000.
You've got to buy the upgrade, which is $5,856.
Yeah, so that's a good time for that right now, just as we're trying to get our crap together.
So that's what Cummins does for you.
Yeah, thanks, Cummins. Yeah, thanks. That's very nice.
Unfortunately, we have 2 of these pieces of crap.
Well, that's what lawsuits are made for, I think.
And I
hate to say it.
Another one.
No, and anybody else listening too, don't buy their junk until they come up with something better. It's shameful. Absolutely shameful. This truck still only got 285,000 miles on it, and engine's been totally majored, new head. Now we, obviously have found ways around this, but no thanks to Cummins, that's for sure. So they took their prostitute money from the government. I guess they won't stand behind their junk. So I'm going to make some phone calls today, and if I don't get anywhere with somebody, a rep from Cummins, we're going to really have a campaign on our hands of not anything malicious, not trashing maliciously, but just telling the truth that their product sucks and they won't stand behind it. Remember everybody, after they took, I know it was 26 million, I'm pretty sure it was 26 million. You can find this stuff out. It's general knowledge, public knowledge. They took 26, I think, million the first round, and 14 or 16 million in April of 2016 or 17 on the super truck fund to build all these hideous monstrosities on these poor engines, and apparently just pass on their failures to the consumer, and the consumer just eats it, I guess. I don't know how much more I'm expected to eat. I've about gotten bankrupt by these idiots. But so anyway, I'm gonna see what we can do about this. I do have a pretty aggressive attorney.
And for anybody that wants to see pictures of what it does to your to all of this in here. There are YouTube videos of the guys that are taking these apart and seeing all the little ceramic pistons.
Yeah.
They just disintegrate. They ruin the rollers. They ruin the camshaft and the pump.
Yeah.
Because they run on a cam.
Yeah.
Obviously. And
then that.
And actually, to rebuild it isn't that bad,
No.
according to them on there. But they're telling me that they've discontinued this pump.
Yeah. So now you can't even get the parts for it.
The dealer told me they can't even get the parts to rebuild that anymore. Now, whether that's true or not,
somebody might have them.
Call around and somebody has a kit or whatever. But why would you want to rebuild?
Yeah, in all truthfulness, why rebuild it?
It's a ticking time bomb.
Right, to destroy the rest of your engine.
$30,000 engine.
Yep.
You know, so.
Yep. There's no sense in this one. Like I said, was we didn't finish that rabbit trail. What was put in? Bauer did this one for us in
Bauer rebuilt it, I believe, the old style. Yes.
July of 17.
July of 17. Yes.
So yeah, it would be 2 years, you know, in July, and everybody would think, well, that's not bad. It is bad because this truck was out of commission for about 8 months last year. Between the engine rebuild that took 350,000 years, and it was just what we just got it back. He rolled this over what, mid-October or something, or whenever it was, or what, November. It's been 2 or 3 months.
Has
so
it been that long?
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. And the engine blew up last December. I know it was right in the middle of December, and we never got it back till what? Man, it had to be 6 months. I never seen anything like it in my life. And then whatever. I mean, they took forever to rebuild the engine. So I mean, this truck, I bet it ain't had 34,000 miles since that was rebuilt. Maybe more, maybe 50. But even at that, what's that for a big truck? You know, it's ridiculous. So.
But that's what I'm trying to find out. If I don't believe that when this was done, they did. I don't think they did the upgrade on it.
Right.
So.
Right. So I guess, I don't know, we'll probably have to pull it apart ourselves.
But this is why they did it, because we had the same issue.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Fuel in the oil.
So whatever. Anybody running one of these monstrosities, it's too bad too, because the engines are good engines before they put all this stupid crap on it. Anybody running this stuff, better watch it, check it, make sure if you start having any fuel issues where it's leaking fuel off, you know.
I like my phone. I did a good
make
job.
Sure, because it'll ruin the engine. Hey, Uncle Paulie.
What up, man?
And making a video. Say hi to YouTube, Uncle Paulie.
Hi, YouTube, Uncle Paulie.
All right, well, we'll talk to you later. We'll find out what's going on with this thing and figure it out. Talk to you later. Ta-ta, guys.